One. Hello, all. Welcome back to our podcast. We have with us Deepti, our psychologist. Let's talk today about Hoponopono. Okay. Hi, Deepti. Can you please take us through the technique Hoponopono?
Sure. And first, I would like to tell all of the people who are watching this podcast that its pronunciation is a little tricky. It's
Okay.
Ho'oponopono. So after
Okay.
H, we have to use the O and then Oponopono. So it's
Okay.
Ho'oponopono. Okay? Because the
Hoponopono.
name it's Ho'oponopono.
Okay.
It's
Hoponopono. Okay.
yes.
Okay.
And Hawaiian people actually stress this word a lot.
Okay.
Ho'oponopono is a Hawaiian healing technique. A lot of
Oh,
people know Hawaii Island because a lot of celebrities and people, normal people also go there for vacation. But in
correct.
Hawaii, there are islands, and in those islands, there are tribal people. So
Okay.
those tribal people have this amazing healing modality, which is Ho'oponopono.
Mhm.
Okay, they used to practice traditional Ho'oponopono. To do that, they need a leader or a village president or a father in a church, and they need a number of people in that group to practice traditional Ho'oponopono. Let's say a
Okay.
family is having a problem. In order to solve that problem, the person who are involved in that problem, it could be a divorce issue, it could be a land issue in the family members should gather there, and the church father or the leader of the troop, he will be
Correct.
in the middle and he will chant Ho'oponopono with them. So this is the
Okay.
traditional Ho'oponopono.
Okay.
But a woman whose name is Morna Simeona, she
Okay.
is the gift of Hawaii of people. That's what they call her. She is the gift given by God to that tribal people because she's really, really intuitive. She was able to heal other people by just
Mm.
thought alone. So what she
Okay.
did was she developed a modern Ho'oponopono. In modern Ho'oponopono, we do not need any other people. We and the higher intelligence, divinity, God, whatever you wanted to call, I would like to call it super consciousness. So
Mm.
in modern Ho'oponopono, we only are two people. Number one is me, number two is super consciousness or God.
Okay.
Okay. So in modern Ho'oponopono, what we do is we do a petition where we are sending our request to super consciousness to clear
Okay.
something in order to get what we want. And I would
Oh.
like to share a story about Dr. Hew Len, which made Ho'oponopono really, really famous. Dr. Hew
Mhm.
Len was Mona Simeona's student, and
Okay.
Dr. Hew Len learned Ho'oponopono
Mm.
from Mona Simeona. He was a
Okay.
clinical psychologist and he
Okay.
used to work in a psychiatric ward. Okay, he used to work in a psychiatric ward in Hawaii State Hospital, and he used to
Okay.
work there as a clinical psychologist. And the
Oh.
interesting thing in that hospital is that the patients who were there in that mental hospital were criminals. They also have mental disorders, but they were
Okay.
also criminals. They have
Criminal.
been done some do you know those criminal activities can't be described in YouTube, otherwise we will get flagged. Otherwise I would love to talk about each and everything that they have done because they were so violent. The doctors who used to work in that hospital, they were really,
Mm.
really scared to work in that hospital. Those
Okay.
criminals who were patients were really, really violent. So
Oh.
every doctor used to take sick leaves, even though they are well. They used to take sick leaves. They used to take transfer to a different hospital. But this doctor, which is Dr. Hew Len, he's a psychologist. Went there and he stayed there and he had done this weird technique called Ho'oponopono. And you know what? He didn't do any therapy. He didn't give any medication. He didn't give any shock treatment to those patients who are criminals and mentally ill. But
Oh.
he healed the entire ward of
Mm.
criminals who were mentally ill. He healed them within just 4 years.
Wow.
And
Interesting.
interestingly, they had to close down that hospital because there were
Okay.
no patients in that hospital.
Mind blowing.
Then,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, and there is no need to have that hospital in that place because there were no patients left.
Two patients. Yeah. Okay.
And when I got to know about that story, it just, I had a goosebumps because as a psychologist myself, when I
Mm-hmm.
was back in my college days in university, we had been taught that if a person is going to the psych ward, psychiatric ward, if he has a schizophrenia or any other deep mental health issues, not just
Mm-hmm.
anxiety, depression, but really deep mental health issues, they once go to mental health hospital, they never come back. They have to be there for
Yeah.
years and years, and there is no guarantee that they will get healed because there are no
Yeah.
modalities which can actually heal them. And
That's
psychiatrists were
true.
also our teachers, they also conveyed us same thing. And when I heard about this story, it really I couldn't sleep for 2 to 3 days. I wanted to know what is this technique is, and I wanted to know more about this technique. That's when I started my journey to learn Ho'oponopono.
Wow. Very good. Very interesting and very curious, Deepti, because criminals stopping all the things and they have to shut the hospital. I'm very curious. What was the doctor Hew Len chanting, and why was it so powerful?
Yes, so he was chanting Ho'oponopono. And
Okay.
when we say chanting means he was just repeating the phrases of Ho'oponopono. And I
Okay.
will tell you, in when Dr. Hew Len was in that hospital at that time, what he used to
Hmm.
do, he
Hmm.
used to go to the hospital, but he never visited any criminals.
Hmm.
He never visited them to treat them. He visited them to say hi, hello, to greet
O-
them, but never to
Okay.
treat them. He used
Oh.
to go to his office. Yeah, he used to go to his office. He used to sit in his office and he used to look into the files of patients. In that patient name, age, and the criminal activity he has done, and for these many months, this patient was in this ward. So when he used to read that file, especially the criminal activity session, let's say a person was a rapist or a murderer. Okay, so when he used to read that file, he used to feel certain emotions. So when he used to feel certain emotions, then he used to chant 5 phrases of Ho'oponopono, which is number one, I take 100% responsibility. Number two, I'm sorry. Number three, please
Hmm.
forgive me. Number four, thank you. Number five, I love you. Well, this is basic Ho'oponopono he used to chant.
Oh,
And
wow.
when he started doing this, he used basic Ho'oponopono. But once he started doing that, later he taught everyone there is another technique which is advanced Ho'oponopono. And
Oh,
that's what we are going to discuss in our program. But we can talk about basic Ho'oponopono. And let me explain you why it is so much powerful, as you said, because it's not just chanting phrases. Every
hmm.
word has certain frequency, every word has certain power.
Completely agree.
Okay,
Yeah.
and there is
Yeah.
this, yeah, there is this experiment done by Dr. uh, Massaro. If you search it in online, you will find it, water experiment done by Dr. Imoto Massaro.
Hmm.
I hope I'm spelling his name correct, but yes, if you search it online,
Hmm.
he didn't know anything about Ho'oponopono, but he talked about the power of words. He had done an
What
experiment, a
was?
very interesting experiment, by the way. Yeah,
Okay.
a very interesting experiment. What he did was he took some of test tubes and he poured some water in it and he froze those waters. But before freezing those waters, what he did, he labeled those test tubes into one test tube he wrote love, in another test tube he wrote hate, in another test tube he wrote jealousy, in another test tube he wrote joy. So all the
Wow.
different emotions he wrote it down in these test tubes and
Ah,
he put it in the freezer for overnight.
Okay.
And the next day when he opened the test tubes, he found out, he used microscope, by the way, because he is a doctor and he had equipments, he was doing experiment. So he used a microscope, and when he looked into the test tube which was written love, the molecule structure of the water, see, listen, the molecular structure of the water was in
Okay.
a diamond shape.
Wow.
And yeah, and another test tube which was written hate, it has some disturbed way of the molecular structure was not arranged in a particular order. It was scattered. So there is no order, and you can, even when you see, you can feel sense of negative vibration. And he
Okay.
also done for other emotions also. And now I will ask you a question, Shashi. Now tell me how many percentage of water we have in our body.
97%.
No, it's 75%.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
assume we have, it's in a test tube. If we wrote I love you, it's a test tube. It doesn't have any feelings, nothing. But if in a
Okay.
test tube we pour it a water and we write love word and we keep it
Oh,
in the freezer, and it's
okay.
giving a molecular action, which is a symbol of whether you're feeling a good vibration or not.
Correct.
Now we are humans, we have feelings, we are higher beings. Now we have 75% of water in our body,
How would that?
and we are using what kind of words we are using throughout the day
Yes.
is
Yes.
really, really important. Are we
Absolutely.
using
Completely agree.
positive words? Are we using negative words? That
Absolutely.
is really, really important. And this experiment proves that words have power. And if you, I have done some research that what are some high vibrational words. So there are
Mm-hmm.
7 to 8 high vibrational phrases or words,
Okay.
you can say. In that 8 to 10 high vibrational words, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you was one of those high vibrational sentences
Wow.
or phrases, words, whatever you wanted to say.
Wow.
So that is the powerful power of Ho'oponopono, simple phrases.
Wow. Now, I mean, like, this is really mind blowing because obviously we all connect to the words. Even in yoga, we do the chanting, which purifies our mind. It the minds in a better way. Uh, if we come to hope Oponopono, is there a science, real science behind it, or is just one of the other spiritual practice? How does it actually work? If you want to just convey, how does it actually work?
Yes. And yeah, let me tell you that there is a science study which is backing up that Ho'oponopono is not some magic. It's not some chanting based where you chant
Okay.
and you get amazing magical results. It's not about that. There's a science behind it. As I already talked about experiment, it's about the phrases.
Yeah.
Masaru Emoto experiment is all about the powerful or positive words. But there is another study done by some heart math institute, if I'm saying the right name. I will give you a link. Please mention it in the description so that the people who
Sure.
are watching it, they can read the article. So there is this institution which has done research
Yeah.
and which has proven Ho'oponopono as a
Uh-huh.
scientific method can be
Uh-huh.
used as an alternative for healing.
Oh,
Okay, it's a
okay.
good holistic healing method, and
Mm.
scientists have done research and they proved it. And I will give you the
Oh,
link of that particular article, and
sure.
please do share it with the audience.
Sure.
And yes,
Wow.
you also asked me about the. Can you repeat the question, please? I forgot the entire
Okay.
question. You
Was it
said
a real
scientific background
science?
and what else? Hmm.
Is there a real science behind it, or is just one of the spiritual practices? And how does it actually work?
Anything else you said it? How does it actually work? Okay, okay. How does it actually work? Let me give you a quick, demo. I will
Okay.
teach you basic Ho'oponopono, but if you wanted, if audience wanted to learn advanced Ho'oponopono, then I will invite them to join our program. where we will be teaching them a lots and lots of techniques about Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono is not just one technique. We have different sub modalities. But I will
Wow.
definitely give them basic Ho'oponopono for completely free. I will teach them how to
Good.
do so.
Good.
Okay, now Shashi, you also do this with me, by the way.
So,
Okay, just completely relax your body. Do not
okay.
think about anything else, not about your past, not about your
Okay.
future. Right now, you are just talking to your super conscious mind. You can say God, you can say higher intelligence, you can say divinity. We are just talking to the God. See, we are not praying, we are not begging, we are not asking, we are not pleading. We are just
Yes.
talking.
We are talking.
Okay, there is a difference. We are just
Okay.
talking to the higher divinity. That's it. We are
Okay.
just talking to them.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
now what we are going to do is just put your hands on your heart.
Which hand?
Okay.
Right or left?
Uh, your wish, your wish, your wish. Just put
Ah,
your hand on your heart. Okay.
okay.
And right now, if what audience are watching this, if you have a physical health issue, put your hand on the part of the body where you're feeling the pain. And if you have any mental health issue, just think about that problem. Let's say you have anxiety. That means you're feeling anxious or fear, uncertainty. If you're feeling any of these emotions, then just imagine about that emotion and see in where in your body you're feeling that emotion and place your hand on that part of your body. Right now, we are not feeling any physical pain or emotional pain. That's why I am putting my hand on my heart. But Shashi, if you're
Okay.
feeling any discomfort, if you're feeling any discomfort anywhere in your body, you can place your hand there, that part of the body, throat or neck, head, shoulder, lap, anywhere. But right now, I'm not feeling any discomfort, so I'm putting my hand on heart. So this is the step one.
Okay.
Means we have to notice the sensations of the body and emotions. That is the step one. And the step
Okay.
two, imagine you have the access to directly talking to your superconscious mind, which is lot more powerful than your conscious and subconscious mind.
Okay.
And now repeat these words with me, imagining a white light. Close your eyes and say this with me.
Yeah.
Dear pain,
Dear,
you can say it, dear pain,
dear pain. Okay.
or any discomfort in my body,
Or any discomfort in my body.
I take 100 responsibility,
I take 100 responsibility.
100% responsibility.
100% responsibility.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
Take a deep breath, hold it. Now breathe out. Okay, now you can remove your hand from your heart and just open your eyes.
Wow.
And whoever is watching this video, if they have any discomfort, they can repeat this
Mm,
108 times. If they find it
mm.
really long, they can switch it to 11 times or 21 times or 108 times. They can choose one number and repeat it minimum 3 times a day.
Wow.
Okay,
Interesting.
they will feel immense amount of energy shifting towards healing.
Okay. So thank you so much for that practice, Dipti. I'm feeling a bit lighter now. Um, so now, Ho'oponopono, can we use this technique for manifesting the job?
Yeah, sure. This is my favorite, topic, because a lot of people who come into my therapy, they wanted to clarify a lot of doubts about their career, and at the same time they also wanted to manifest their dream job. I used to give career counseling, as well as right now what I do is I teach them Ho'oponopono, and they are doing it to manifest their dream job. And I would like to tell you a small story of mine where I manifested a dream job. After completing my master's, for the 10 months, I have been practicing Ho'oponopono and other modalities. But when I started to practice this Ho'oponopono, I just wanted to test this technique. Okay, because I was a psychologist student myself, even I didn't believe in Ho'oponopono entirely. Okay, it was helpful for mental health. I'm healing my personal problems. I'm healing clients' problems, but I wanted to check whether this is working for career perspective, relationship aspect, and money aspect. I wanted to check it in different areas. So I started experimenting it. I wanted to manifest a dream job. I wrote it down on the paper that I wanted X amount of money as a salary as a counseling psychologist as a in a university, in a reputed university. So this is what I wanted to manifest it at that time. This was my plan. So what I started to do is I started to put myself in a trance, as I already know hypnosis. So the first step is put ourselves in a trance where we are accepting whatever information that we are saying to ourselves. So the second step is practicing Ho'oponopono. When we practice Ho'oponopono, if it's a small work, we can do basic Ho'oponopono. But if it's a bigger project or bigger problem, like manifesting a dream job or manifesting money or manifesting good health, we have to do advanced Ho'oponopono. So I started doing advanced Ho'oponopono, and you know what? Within 24 hours, I got a call from a professor. See, I told him I was going through some financial situation 2 years before, not now. 2 years before, I told him, and after 2 years, and after completing my master's, he called me suddenly after I started practicing Ho'oponopono, particularly for career, particularly for a dream job. So he called me and told me that a couple of years ago you said that you need a job and you want me to refer to some university or something. Do you want to do that job? Then I said yes, of course. And why did you call me today? Why didn't you call me, a couple of months before? Because I was struggling through financial situations. Then he said, yes, but I didn't know. Today I just had a thought that I should call you. I forgot about you, because this recruiting process for that particular university was going on for months, and now he called me. So I think there was some barrier between me and my dream job, or at least I always wanted to be financially independent. So I wanted to clear out this barrier, and I should have done Ho'oponopono at earlier stage, so that right after completing my master, I could have gotten a job at that time. But I had to stay jobless for a lot of months. I always used to do Ho'oponopono for personal, problems or problems of my clients, but I never done Ho'oponopono for a fixed job. But that day I did, and within 24 hours, I got a call. Yes, within 24 hours, I didn't get a job, but I got a call that I have an opening in this university. I will give you a reference. So, will you attend an interview? And I did attend 3 rounds of the interview later, and I got qualified in that job also. And it happened within a week of time, just manifesting to getting a job within a week. And here I would like to tell audience that I didn't manifested an unrealistic job. See, I didn't manifested about becoming a prompt engineer. No, that's not my skill. I manifested become as a counseling psychologist in a university. That is something, the skill set that I already have. So Ho'oponopono is not going to fulfill any unrealistic dreams or expectations. It's going to be very realistic logic, the dreams and the desires you have, and you have to have the skill set. But if there are any barriers between you and your desired outcome, Ho'oponopono and manifestation process can be really helpful to get you your dream job. And yes, it happens. I can teach them in advanced Ho'oponopono program.
Wow. So You actually answered my next question as well. It was about money manifestation. Um,
Okay.
so now that's good. That's good actually. This was another burning question.
No, I
Uh,
didn't.
to have.
Yeah, please ask me.
So,
Hmm.
so the job is fine. What if someone wants to do the money manifestation? You said the skill sets is required for the things to happen. Would that apply for a person who wants to manifest money? Go ahead.
Hmm. Yeah, thanks for asking this question. See, career and money is completely different. Yes, we do get money after doing our 9 to 5 jobs, but career has nothing to do with money. Money is a frequency, it's just a symbol of appreciation for your work. We have to do our work, and that is and we will give some result. And as an appreciation for the result we give them, other people will give us money. We have to get money from other human beings. That is the only way to get the money. I wanted to give an example that happened at my home. You're not going to believe this. My father's money got stuck in someone's account because he was giving money to someone else thinking that he is his friend. So let's say Shashi is my friend. Okay, I have to give you X amount of money because you bought me something and you paid money for that. So you went to a place, a foreign city or something. You bought me something. I told you to bring that. So you bought me, and now I have to pay you money. Okay. So so I paid you money. That's what I thought. But I didn't know, by mistakenly I paid to someone else. And the interesting thing is that I didn't even know this person. He's not my friend, he's not my relative, he's not my neighbor, no one. So the question is how I have his number. Because my father bought a pot, or you can say a antique that we can keep at our home. So a antique store salesperson, my dad paid money to him when he bought an antique. So my dad has his number. So his number and your number, as you're my dad's friends. Imagine, as you're my dad's friend. So your number and that antique person number is same. So he paid money to that antique person number, thinking it's you. So now, see, he's not our friend. If my dad asks him money, he's not gonna pay back. And he's a stranger whom my dad met just once. His money got stuck, and when he got to know, he got really tensed, and everyone got tensed. Yeah, and this person who is the friend of my dad's, he's a friend, so he trusts my dad, right? So he never checked money. Whenever my dad said, okay, I paid money, he said, okay, maybe money got paid. But later my dad checked, money didn't pay to him, it got paid to someone else. So at that time, when we all got tensed and frustrated, we didn't know what to do. At that time, what I did, I was in the kitchen cooking. While cooking, I used to do this advanced Ho'oponopono, and I just imagined that antique person face. I didn't even see him. I just imagined his energy, and I saw his number. I just saw his number and imagined that number in my mind, because we wanted some image for our mind. That's it. So I had that image in my mind. I started doing Ho'oponopono, and you know what? My dad got connected to that antique, salesperson, because usually people don't lift calls when they get money from a stranger. But this person, first time he didn't lift the call because he was busy selling, pots and antiques and everything. But now, this time after doing Ho'oponopono, he lifted the call and he was so kind and generous. And usually he says that I was really frustrated all the time selling this and that, but today I was really calm. It's okay, I can talk to you for a while. How you paid me money? Is this really your money? And he started asking these questions, and my dad gave every answer. Later he said, okay, I'll give you your money back, come and take your money. And my dad went with my brother, and he took that money, came home safely. Until my dad came home, I was just chanting Ho'oponopono. I didn't stop even for a second, because I was also feeling anxious. I shouldn't feel anxious at this kind of a situation where we have to be really calm. In order to make myself feel calm, I was doing Ho'oponopono, not for my dad. I wanted to tell you this. This is the technique of Ho'oponopono. We never do Ho'oponopono for other people. We never do Ho'oponopono for problems. We only do Ho'oponopono for the feelings we are feeling at that point of time. Okay,
Wow.
so that's how I manifested money. It has nothing to do with my career. So money frequency is different from the career. So yes, we can manifest money as separate thing using Ho'oponopono.
Wonderful story. I think sometimes the the real prayer actually gets blessed. Uh, Very good. So, can this practice be would support the physical and mental health as well, or can it replace the therapy and medicine?
It's a great question, actually. See, from where I learned, from Dr. Joe Vitale and other Ho'oponopono coaches, I have done this certification course. In that course, they were psychologists in that course as my, fellow trainers or fellow students. They were doctors, neurosurgeons, gynecologists, cardiologists. All of the doctors were there. They wanted to learn Ho'oponopono. And I even chatted with them. I said, "You're a doctor, right? You are working on a reputed organization or reputed clinic, hospital. So how you're using Ho'oponopono? If you are working with a group of doctors also, so if you tell them about Ho'oponopono, they're not going to believe it. Most of people are believing in science, and very less people who are in science field and they are believing in spiritual practices. How you are convincing them?" And they said, "We are not replacing Ho'oponopono with medicines." And psychologist, as I am psychologist myself, I am not replacing Ho'oponopono with therapy. What I am doing is I am using Ho'oponopono as one of the modality to heal people. And those doctors also using it. Let's say they are having a saline bottle given to their patients. In the saline bottle itself, they are writing a small slip, pasting it on the saline paper by writing, "I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you." Whenever they're giving a medicine description, script, they are writing in the corner of that script a prescription. In that prescription, medicines will be on the top. In the bottom line, they will write, "I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, I take 100% responsibility." And they are giving instruction to the patient that if you take these medicines, while taking the medicines, please chant these 5 phrases. So Ho'oponopono is not the replacement of therapy or medicines. It only complements the medicines and therapy. And yes, doctors are using it. Doctors are using it, and the patients who are using it, let's say they are in the ICU, they are facing cancer or brain tumor. What they are doing, they are asking their doctors, "I will only take the saline or chemotherapy if you write these affirmations in your saline bottle or anything which is going to go inside my body." And they are doing that. And there is an interesting story where there is a five of members in a cancer hospital in a ward. There are 5 people are taking chemotherapy. One person is practicing Ho'oponopono. Whenever she's going to any kind of treatment, she used to chant advanced Ho'oponopono. She used to write down those normal phrases on saline bottle or medicines everywhere, bed, everywhere. And she is the only one who survived from that cancer, and the other people are not in the earth on the earth anymore, because they were completely in fear, uncertainty. They were hopeless. So medicines were not showing any good effect on the body. So we have good medicines, good facilities, but our body also has to be in a condition where it is suggestible. Suggestible means if you give any information or if you give any medicines, it should digest it and converts it into energy, and it should spread it to each and every cell of the body. So in that area, Ho'oponopono is really, really useful. So yeah, that's how Ho'oponopono works.
Wow. Um, wow, it just complements the current therapy things what we have. Uh, would just the story like the placebo effect, the you give a tablet and it
Placebo
says
effect.
it
Yes.
works. Yeah, so it's amazing. So sometimes yes, we only think that only medicine works. Apart from this, a lot of energy comes into picture where you have to trust whatever your the medicine which you're taking. If you feel that that doesn't work, it may not work most of the times. So brilliant put, Dipti. So one last question from my end. If someone wants to practice Ho'oponopono, can they
Hmm.
practice it alone, or do they need a healer or a coach to practice it, please?
Wow, another great question. A lot of my clients ask me in my Instagram DMs. They come to another Facebook groups also. They ask the same question. See, imagine you are going to gym, or clients are coming to you as you're a yoga instructor and meditation coach. So how about a person who is looking into YouTube videos, learning yoga and resistance training or gymnastics, how he is going to learn? And there is another person who hired a coach who is a yoga instructor or a weight trainer, sorry, resistance trainer or a coach or a gymnastic trainer. Having a trainer beside you will keep you from injuries. I know a lot of people who are practicing yoga have a while doing a asana, what they're having certain pain in the body, and after doing physiotherapy also they're not able to recover from that pain, because without having an instructor beside them, they were doing some moves by just looking in YouTube videos. And the same goes for gymnastics, same goes for resistance training. So yes, you can practice basic Ho'oponopono. Those are just chanting 5 phrases. You can do it without any help. For smaller problems, let's say you're in traffic, you just lost some money, or your phone pay is not working, you don't have internet at that time. So yes, you can do that, so that other people, you get help from other sources. Let's say internet is not working, you're not going to get internet after chanting Ho'oponopono, but you will get solution for your problem. So for smaller problems, you can do Ho'oponopono without having a trainer beside you. But for doing bigger, solving bigger problems like manifesting a job, manifesting good relationship, if you have been cheated before, how not to get cheated again, having a good physical health, having a good mental health, in order to do bigger projects like this, you must need a trainer so that you didn't get any negative outcomes. A lot of people are getting a lot of negative things in their life once they start doing advanced Ho'oponopono without any guidance, because they don't know how to navigate their mind. Because see, when you start cleaning your room, which is your storeroom, by the way, when you start cleaning one corner of the storeroom, you will see a lot of dust. Then you will get really scared. Oh my God, why there are so many dust? You have to clean the entire room. In the same way, when you start healing, when you started doing Ho'oponopono, you will see a lot of problem at the same time. A lot of people are complaining, I started doing Ho'oponopono, but I started to get a lot of problems now. Is it because of the side effects of the Ho'oponopono? No, it's because you just scratched the surface. You have to clean the surface. It's just like cleaning your old scooter or something. If you scratch it, you will see a lot of dust coming out of it. You have to clean it completely. In order to do so, you need a help. So I would recommend you to do advanced Ho'oponopono. You need a trainer. Once you go to a certain training for 21 days or 3 months, and then you can do Ho'oponopono all by yourself, advanced or basic, no problem, because you are already trained in that. In order to do so, you must need training, and please do join advanced program.
Wow. Again, very well explained, Diti. Just like I would want to put it in with this way, if someone wants to have that power, they should be able to contain that power. If if you want to take a voltage of 5,000 plus voltage, you need to have the capacity to withdraw it, and then only you can use that power. For example, if you want to have the power of any weapon, could be Sudarshana Chakra, for example. Only Krishna can do it. Likewise, any weapon. we need to do tapas. We need to do a lot of patience. We need to do meditation or sort of like that, so that you can be a container of that energy. Otherwise, the energy you can't able to control, and you might see the negative inputs of it. If I'm not wrong, if I'm put it right way.
Yeah, exactly, 100% true.
Very good. So, to all our participants, I think it's a very eye-opening session. Ho'oponopono, it's one of the best techniques, and Deepti is one of the best coaches to teach it. Please register for upcoming workshop which we are conducting. It's going to be three pillar: one, yoga, meditation, and mindfulness. Second, we have Deepti, the psychologist, and she's a healer as well. And we have Harni, our nutrition. So we are covering three bases so that we all live a healthy and happy life. Thank you so much for watching us today. Take care. Thank you so much, Deepti.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.